Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome with a new video on Python for Excel. In the last video, we were completed with lists in Python. We saw how we can create a list. We saw how we can obtain the specific elements of list by using its index number. We saw how we can sort a list based on zero-based indexing, based on negative indexing. We saw how can we sort a list from first element to last element. We also discussed how we can sort a list from last element to first element using zero-based indexing as well as negative indexing. Then we saw how we can add new elements to a list. uh, we saw how we can update elements of a list. We saw how we can remove the elements of a list and how we can create copies of list, how we can slice a list from a specific index number to a specific index number. Now we'll discuss dictionaries. Uh, what are dictionaries in Python? Dictionaries are basically unordered collection of items that are used to store data values. A dictionary contains a key and a value, and a set of a key and a value is an item of a dictionary. The key defines the characteristics or nature of the item, and value defines the value of the item or its value of its corresponding key. So a dictionary consists of items, and an item has a key and a value. We can say that dictionary consists of items, and each item contains a key and a value. Key defines the characteristics or nature of the item, and value is the value that belongs to that item or to that key. So we'll see how we can create dictionary in Python, and we can create dictionaries in Python by using curly brackets, and we will define the key, give a colon and the value of that respective key. So let's see how we can create a dictionary in Python. So let's begin. Let's go to the Jupyter Notebook, and here we are on Jupyter Notebook. We can create a dictionary by using curly bracket method, and we first give the key. Let's say the key is name, and my name is Farhan. That is the first item of the dictionary. The key is name and the value of item is Farhan. Let's say the second item be class. So let's say class is the key, and the value will be the class in which I am. And let's say I am in 16th grade. So I will type 16. So you can see my name is a string. That's why I use quotes to write my name. but the class is a numerical value or an integer. Therefore, I did not use quotes to define the value of the class. So these are the two items of the dictionary. Let's run it by pressing Control and Enter. And here is the dictionary. I got the dictionary. And let's name it. And we will name it by using variable method. That is, we will assign a variable to this list. Let's use an equals to sign before the list. And let's say it's dictionary 1. This is the dictionary. Let's run it again by pressing Control and Enter. So the output has disappeared, but this dictionary has been stored in this variable, which is dictionary 1. And in order to get the dictionary, we'll have to type the name of the dictionary. And when we'll run this, we'll get the dictionary again. So this is the dictionary. We can obtain values of the dictionary as well as keys of the dictionary by using values and keys function. So let's say if we want to get the keys of a dictionary, only the keys of the dictionary, then we will type the name of the dictionary. Let's copy it and we'll give a dot and we'll use key function. So we'll type keys and if parenthesis. When we run this, we will get the keys of the dictionary. So the output is saying that the keys of the dictionaries are name and class. That is, the dictionary consists of two items. One item is name and the other item is class. That is, this is the nature or characteristic of the items of the key. The first item is name and the second item is class. Similarly, we can also get only the values of the dictionary by using values method. So let's copy the name of the dictionary, give a dot and use values function. We will type values and give curly brackets, and when we run this, it's error and something. Okay, S is missing from the value, so we will write values, and when we'll run this, we'll get only the values of the dictionary and not the keys. So the output is saying that the values of the dictionaries are Farhan and 16. It is not defining the characteristics of the item, but it is giving only the values of the item. So we got only the keys of the item. We also got only the values of the item. Similarly, we can also get the items of the dictionaries. As we used keys function to get only the keys, as we use only values function to get only the values, to get the items of the dictionary, we will use values function. In the same manner, we use keys and values function. So we copy the name of the dictionary, give a dot, and use the items function. When we run this, we'll get the items. And now the output is saying that the dictionary items are name, whose value is Farhan, and the other item is class, and whose value is 16. So the items function is giving me the keys as well as values of the dictionary, or let's say the items of the dictionary. So These were some methods to get only the keys of the dictionaries, only the items of the dictionaries, and only the keys of the dictionaries, only the value of the dictionaries, and the items of the dictionary. Now, let's see how we can update or add new elements in a list. And to add new element in a list, uh, we use key is equals to value. We use a square bracket method to add new element in a list and assign the value to the key we define in the square bracket. So to add a new element in a list, we type the dictionary name. Inside the square bracket, we define the key and we give an equals to sign and assign a value to that new key. So let's see how we can do this in Python. Let's come to the new cell, give the dictionary name in which we want to add a new element. Here we want to add a new item, new item in the dictionary we created, and the dictionary we created is dictionary 1. So we type the name of the dictionary, then we use a square bracket and define the key. And let's say I want to add a new item which is qualification. So as I have already given class, so let's say I want to add a new item which is my height. So let's say height gives an equals to sign. Let's say my height is 5'7". So I'll give 5.7. So I assigned the value. When I run this, no output is displayed, but in the dictionary 1, a new key has been saved, or say a new item has been saved, which has a key height, or say the nature of the item or the characteristics of the item is height, and the value of that key or item is 5'7" or 5.7. So in order to verify whether the item has been added in the dictionary or not, we will call the dictionary again. And in order to call the dictionary, we will copy the name of the dictionary and run by pressing Control and Enter. When we'll run this, we'll see that there are three elements now, three items now. The first item is name, which is Farhan. The second item is class, which is 16. And the third item is height, which is 5.7, or say 5'7". So we verified that a new item has been added in the dictionary. Now let's add some new cells below the current cell by pressing B short key. So let's add some few cells below the current cell. So we added some new cells. Now we can also update the value of item by using update function. And to use an update function, we specify the name of the dictionary in which we want to update a value. We use update function, and inside the parentheses, we use curly brackets, and we specify the key which we want to change and assign a new value to that specific key. So let's see how we can do this in Python. Uh, We will type the name of the dictionary in which we want to update a value. We will use update function. Sorry, update function. We will open the parentheses, and inside parentheses we will give curly brackets, and we will specify the key from the existing dictionary which we want to update. Let's say we want to update the class of the dictionary. So we will type class, and we'll give colon, and after the colon we will give the new or updated value. Let's see, I want to change the class from 16 to 14. So I will give the updated value, and I'll run this. No output will appear, but the key class has been changed in the dictionary 1. Or let's say in dictionary 1, the item class has been updated and its value has become 14. And to verify this, will have to call the dictionary by its name. So we will copy the name of the dictionary and run this by pressing Control and Enter. And when we'll run this, we'll see that class has been updated, but here the value has been duplicated. Let's see what have I done. Uh, Let me see why class is repeating, and there is some mistake. Okay, I got it. In the original dictionary, the class is written with capital C. And when I updated the value or gave the command to update the value of class, I wrote class with small c. That's why instead of updating the value of class, this code generated a new item with small c, or a new item which is also class but with a small c, and gave it a value 14. So in order to update the value of the item, I'll have to write this with capital C. And now when I run this, uh, I see that this value is also updated. Now, why I'm getting this duplicate? I'm getting this duplicate because previously the update function has added a new item. Therefore, I am also getting a duplicate item. And in order to remove this item, I have to remove this item by using codes that are used to remove the item, which we will see later. And we will remove this duplicate value too. So we use update function to update the value of a key in our dictionary. Let's use the update function to update another item. And let's say this time I want to update the value of height. And this time I'm going to be careful about the spelling. So I will copy the name of the dictionary, give a dot, and use update function, open parenthesis, and then curly bracket. Inside curly bracket, I will specify the key which I want to update, and I will have to be careful with the spelling of the key, which is HEIGHT, height, and I will give a colon and give the updated value or new value which I want to update. And let's say I want to change the value of 5.7 with 5.4. So let's say 5.4 and run this by pressing Control and Enter. So no output has been generated, but the value of item height has been updated. And in order to confirm this, I will copy the name of the dictionary and run this. And here I'll see that the value of height has been updated from 5.7 to 5.4. And this time I was careful with the spelling of the key. Therefore, no duplicate value has been, or no duplicate item has been created. So that's how we can the update an item of a dictionary. We can also create copies of dictionary by using copy function. And to create a copy of a dictionary, uh, we use copy function after the name of the dictionary. So there are basically two methods. One method is using copy function, and the other method is assigning a new variable to the existing dictionary. Let's say new dictionary is equals to old dictionary, which is the name of the old dictionary is equals to the name of the new dictionary. And variable method is self-updating method. That is, if we create a copy using this variable method, any changes which is made in the original dictionary or old dictionary will automatically be updated in the new dictionary. Whereas if we create a copy of a dictionary by using copy function, any changes made in the original or old dictionary will not be updated in the new dictionary or the copy of the dictionary. So let me repeat it again. We can create copy of dictionary in two ways. One way is by using copy function, and if we are creating a copy of a dictionary by using copy function, we use the name of the dictionary, give a dot, and use copy function. In this case, a new dictionary is created, and now we have two dictionary, and any changes we make in original dictionary does not makes any changes in the copy of the dictionary. The second method is by using variable, that is giving a new variable to the old dictionary or original dictionary. And this method is self-updating method. That is, if we make any changes in the original dictionary or old dictionary, the changes will automatically be updated in the new dictionary. So let's see how we can create a copy in Python. So here we are on Python, and let's first create a copy of the dictionary by using copy function. So we will copy the name of the dictionary, name of the existing dictionary, that is dictionary 1, and then use the copy function and give parentheses. When I run this, output is generated, which is the original dictionary, which is dictionary 1. And let's name it as dictionary 2 or dictionary copy 1. And dictionary copy 1 is being created by using copy method. So dictionary copy 1. So this is the first copy of the dictionary 1, which is created using copy function, and this is not a self-updating method. And a new copy will be generated when we'll run this. No output is generated, but a copy has been changed in this new name, which is dictionary copy 1. And in order to get the dictionary, we'll have to call the dictionary by its name, and we will copy the name of the new dictionary and run this by pressing Control and Enter, and we'll get the copy of the dictionary. So we created a copy of the dictionary by using copy function. So we created the copy of a dictionary by using copy function. And now let's create another copy of the same dictionary, but this time using a variable method. And in this method, we will just assign a new name to the existing dictionary or original dictionary. And the original dictionary is dictionary 1. Let's say dictionary 1. And we'll run this to see the dictionary. And we will just assign a new name to this dictionary by using variable method. And let's say its new name is dictionary 2. Dictionary 2. When we'll run this, this same dictionary has been saved with a new name, that is dictionary 2. And any changes which we make in dictionary 1 will be self-updated in the dictionaries 2. So let's first see whether the copy has been created with a new name or not. So we will uh, copy the name of the new dictionary, which is dictionary 2, and run this to confirm whether a copy has been created or not. And when we'll run this, we will see the same output, that is, the copy has been created. Now let's make any changes in dictionary 1 and see whether it is automatically being updated in dictionary 2 or not, and whether the dictionary copy 1 which was made using copy method is also being updated or not. So now let's make some changes in dictionary 2 and sorry, the original dictionary 1. uh, let's remove the duplicate value that we created. In this way we will also see how we can remove item from our dictionary, and then we'll see whether dictionary 2 is automatically updated or not, and whether the copy 1 has been automatically updated or not. So let's move to remove function, and let's see how we can remove items from a dictionary. We can remove items from a dictionary in two ways. Just as we removed the elements from a list, we used pop method, and we used the del function. In pop method, we use the name of the dictionary which we want to change, then give a dot and use pop function. And in list, we use the index, but in dictionary, we will use the key. So let's go to the Jupyter notebook and remove an item of the dictionary by using a pop function. And let's copy the name of the original dictionary, which is dictionary 1, give a dot, use pop function, and inside parentheses, give the key which we want to remove. And let's say the duplicate key which was created erroneously with a small c. Let's remove this, and I'll just give the key, and I'll run this. Now, what happened? It returned the value of the key which I want to remove, and from dictionary 1, this key has been removed. Let's check it. And to check it, let's recall the dictionary 1 by using its name and run the function again. Let's see what is happened. Maybe I will have to run it in another another cell. I should not run this in the same cell. Or okay, what happened is when I ran this code in the same cell, the pop method ran twice. So since the class was already removed from the list, therefore when the key ran again, the code did not find any item with the key class. Therefore, it returned an error. So let's ignore this and copy the name of the dictionary and run this. And now when I run this, I got the class removed from the list. So this was the pop method or pop function to remove an item from the list. And let's use del function, remove the item from the list, which is the other method of removing the item from a dictionary. Maybe I use the word list instead of dictionary. So apology for that. We are discussing dictionary. So let's use the del function to remove another item from the dictionary. So how we will use the del function? We will give the del function inside the parentheses. We will give the name of the dictionary from which we want to remove an item, and inside the square bracket we will specify the key which we want to remove, key of the item which we want to remove. So let's do this. Uh, Copy the name of the dictionary, which is the original dictionary, dictionary 1, and sorry, I had used the del function before it, so I write del, and inside parentheses I will give the name of the dictionary and then open a square bracket after the name of the dictionary and give the key of the item which I want to remove. And let's say I want to remove the height from the dictionary. So I will type height, and I'll have to be careful with the spelling. So I typed height, and now I will close the parenthesis and run the code. CHT spelling is same, del, and what was the error? Parenthesis has been used after the del, and okay. Since function is case sensitive, all the codes are case sensitive, so del should be with a small d. And when I run this, no output has been generated, but the item which has the key height has been removed or deleted from the dictionary. And in order to confirm this, I will copy the name of the dictionary, dictionary 1, and paste it. And this time I am pasting in another cell and not the same cell. The reason being, when I will type the name of the dictionary in the same cell, it will run this code again and find the key height to remove this. But since the height has already been removed, therefore this code will be not able to find any key with the name height and will return this same error. And it will say key error height, which means that the key with the name height has not been found because it has already been removed. So I should not run any code in this same cell again. I will run the code in another cell so that this key or this code is not run again. So I copy the name of the dictionary and run, and this time I get only two items, which is name and class, and height is also removed from the list. And as we discussed, that there are two methods of copying creating the copy of a dictionary. And the first method is copy, which creates a copy of the dictionary, and that dictionary is not a self-updating dictionary, which means that any change which is made in the original dictionary will not be updated in the copy of the dictionary. Add some new cells, and let's see whether the dictionary which we created using copy of the dictionary which we created using the copy method has been updated or not. And the name of that copy was dictionary copy 1. Let's copy this and paste it and run this to see whether it is updated or not. And here we can see that it is not updated or changed for any changes made in the original dictionary. Therefore, uh, a copy of a dictionary using a copy function is not a self-updating copy, whereas a copy created using a variable method is a self-updating copy. And we can confirm this too, as we created here by using variable method, and we named it as dictionary 2. So let's copy this name, and we will call this dictionary to confirm whether it is updated for the changes made in the original dictionary, which is dictionary 1. So paste the name of the copy of the dictionary, which is created using the variable method, and run this. And when we ran this, we saw that it is updated for changes which were made in the original dictionary, dictionary 1. So we proved that a copy of a dictionary which is created using a variable method is a self-updating method, and a copy which is created using copy function is not a self-updating method. So we see how we can create copies of dictionary. We also see how we also saw that how we can remove items from a dictionary. Uh, Now we'll see uh, how we can completely remove a dictionary or empty a dictionary. And to do this, we'll have to clear the dictionary, and the function we use to do so is clear function. So let's see how we can do this. Scroll down, and to do so, let's say we want to clear the copy 1 of the dictionary. Uh, so we will copy the name of the dictionary, and we'll give a dot and use clear function and use parenthesis, and we'll run this. No output has been generated, but the dictionary 1 has been cleared. Dictionary copy 1 has been cleared, which means that it is now empty. And to confirm this, we will copy the name of the dictionary, and again, uh, we will copy the name of the dictionary, and we can do so in the same cell too. And now we will run this, and here we see an empty curly bracket, which means that the dictionary has been cleared. So that's how we can completely remove or clear a dictionary. Now, see how we can remove an item from a dictionary from using pop function and del function. And if we want to clear a list completely, we use clear function. And now let's see how if statements are used in Python. If statements are basically conditional statement, similarly as we use if conditions in Excel. And in Python, if statements are used to decide whether a certain statement or block of statements should be executed or not. And if a statement is written in different ways, depending upon the number of conditions which we have to check. If there are only two conditions or we have to decide between two conditions, we will use if, specify the condition, and we will give a colon and specify the code which we want to run if the specified condition is true, and we'll use else key and give the code which we want to run. Uh, and give the code which we want to run if the statement is false. Let me repeat because my slide was closed. Uh, if statements are conditional statements similar to if conditions which we used in Excel, and these are used to decide whether a certain set of statements or blocks of statements should be executed or not. And how we write if condition, we write if, specify the condition, and give a colon and specify the code which we want to run if the specified condition is true. And if the specified condition is false, we use else key, give a colon, and specify the code which we want to run if this specified condition is false. And if there are more than two conditions to be tested, then we type if, specify the condition, give a colon, and specify the code which we want to run if this specified condition is true. And if it is not true, then we use elif key to check another condition, and we specify another condition, give a colon, and specify the code which we want to run if this condition is true. And even if this condition is not true, then we give else key and specify the code which we want to run if both the conditions specified are not true. So let's see how we can use if condition or if statement in Python. And let's move to Jupyter Notebook again to see how if condition works. And we have to specify a criteria for that. And let's see, we want to run a condition on the age, and we divide the age into two brackets or age brackets. Younger than 18, if age is younger than 18, we say minor. And if age is greater than 18, we will say that the person should be the output should be adult. So let's specify the variable first, and that variable is age. So age is equals to, let's give a value. Let's say I am giving it value 20, and now use if condition. If the condition be age, and be careful with the spelling. The spelling which I used here should be the same here too. And let's say if age is greater than or equals to 18. This is the condition. Press enter and be careful with the indentation, and indentation should be this. And now I will specify the code which I want to run. And let's say if age is greater than 18, I want to print the word adult. So I will write print, and in this parenthesis I will type adult. And since the word adult is a string, so I am using quotes to type adult. So if this condition is true, then return this. And if this condition is true, then I will type else and let's indent it, else colon, and I will run the code which I want to run in case the condition is not true. And this time it will be minor, which means that if age is not greater than or equals to 18, then return minor. Else, if age is greater than 18, return adult. And let's see whether it's work or not. And here, since we only specified two age brackets, therefore there are only two conditions to be tested. Therefore, we did not use elif statement in this if function. And when we'll run this by pressing Control and Enter, we will get the output. And since the age is 20, therefore the result is adult. And let's give any age below 20. Let's change it with 13. And now run this again. This time the result is minor. So that's how we use if statement when there are only two conditions to be tested. Now let's say I divide the ages in three age brackets, and to do so, uh, I define three slabs. Uh, I say that from age 0 to 13, or where age is less than 13, less than or equals to 13, I say it minor. And if age bracket is between 13 to 18, I would say middle age or teenager. And if the age is greater than 18, I'll say it adult. So let's modify the same if statement for three age brackets. And now there are three conditions to be tested. So let's say age is equals to, and give any value, let's say 23. Press enter to give to use the if condition. And if, be careful with the spelling of age, and if age is greater than is equals to 18, give a colon and specify the code which I want to run if this condition is true. And if this condition is true, I want to run adult. Now specify the second condition, and this time I will use elif statement, give a colon, and no, I will not give a colon, but specify the second condition. And the second condition is age is greater than is equals to 13. This is the second condition. I gave the colon, and now I will specify the code which I want to run if this condition is true, and I want to say it's teenage. Now, if both conditions are not true, then I will use an else statement, else with e, give a colon, and specify the code which I want to run. And if both conditions are not true, then I want to print the word minor, and I will specify minor. And when I'll run this, let's scroll down to see the result. And since I specified the age 23, which is greater than 18, so the result is adult. And if I give an age 13, when I run this, I'll get teenage, as it is between 13 to 18. And any age below 13, let's say 8, when I run this, I will get minor. So this was the method in which we can use if statement in Python to check two conditions or more than two conditions. So that was the video for today. I hope it would be interesting for you. See you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.